Thank you. My name is Jennifer Copeland, and I represent the North Carolina Council of Churches. We are 18 denominations across North Carolina representing 6,200 congregations. We are people who follow Jesus of Nazareth, the original universal health care provider. There's a story in the Gospel of Luke about a man who couldn't walk. As usual, the crowd around Jesus is large, and even people who could walk were having a hard time reaching him. This particular man was carried on a mat, so there was no getting through for him. The story goes that the people carrying him on the mat climbed up on the roof and lowered the man down in the middle of the crowd in front of Jesus. Most people assume the folks carrying this man and using their ingenuity to get him where he wanted to go were his friends. But there is absolutely nothing in the story to support that theory. They might have been his friends, but they might just as easily have been folks he hired to carry his mat, or folks who saw his dilemma and wanted to help him out. Jesus was so impressed by their effort at getting the man where he needed to be that he not only forgave the man's sins, which might have been all the man ever wanted in the first place, but he also made it possible for the man to get up and walk. That only happened because that man had access to the health care Jesus could provide. How many people are lying around on mats in North Carolina because they can't get to the health care they need? How many people don't have anybody to carry them through the crowd because they can't pay for health care? How many people will never be lowered through the roof and put in the presence of a medical care provider because they have no access to health care? Now more than ever, in the midst of a global pandemic, we know the importance of access to health care. How many people will die from COVID-19 because they could not access necessary medical care? And how many people will they infect who might also die because of limited health care options? The numbers are staggering. We hear them every single day. One person dies every minute of every day in this country from COVID. It's always been a moral matter, health care for all. Now we understand why tying health care to unemployment will never work. Making health care dependent on family status will never work. Setting income limits on access to health care will never work. When we can give something so life-changing, so life-giving to people, why wouldn't we do it? Why wouldn't we say to every single person, roll up your mat and walk? Thank you.